David, for all the talk about voter turnout, will it actually happen this year? This is a great question because every election, someone says it's turnout. It's a turnout election. In a mathematical sense, when 45% of the country doesn't vote in presidential elections, turnout alone can flip an election. Sure. It's not about convincing people about one candidate over another. It's about, if nearly half the country doesn't vote, finding people who agree with you and getting them to vote is a potentially mathematically viable strategy. Does it ever actually happen? Well, it's often underwhelming, particularly when candidates have counted on young voters who love me are going to rocket me to victory. Bernie is an example, and then it doesn't happen. So it doesn't always happen. However, we have a few interesting data points. In 2018, the midterm had a much higher turnout than the 2014 midterm and the 2010 midterm. If you see that as an indicator for what will happen in 2020 as far as turnout goes, it suggests big turnout in 2020. The other side of this is, if you look at how many people have already voted as of today, it's millions and millions when it was very few at this point in 2016. Some are saying that means turnout is off the wall and it's probably bad for Trump. The counter is multiple states, most states, half the states, I don't know the number, but because of the pandemic, many states have expanded and encouraged absentee ballots and absentee voting. So it's not that naturally, without anything being different, the number of early votes have exploded by orders of magnitude. They've exploded, but because we have a pandemic and states have actually gone out of their way like they've never done before to get people to vote absentee or to vote early. So I don't think that's really the sign. I think we're going to have to wait and see. Trump has been repeating the left has no enthusiasm. That seems very wrong. And if you look even from the past weekend at early voting lines, people waiting in line 12 hours to vote. Part of the reason they're waiting that long is, of course, early voting has been hampered, particularly in Democratic areas. We've seen reductions in polling places and people thrown off voter rolls. So they get there and they're not on the list. And okay, fine. But there does not seem to be a shortage of enthusiasm. And in the end, it is really hard to get people who aren't interested in politics to vote. It's tough. It really is tough. Nearly half the country isn't interested enough to have voted in 2016. That's a very difficult situation. It's an opportunity if you can activate people, but it is a very difficult thing to do. That's where my head is right now. I do think we will see record turnout, partially because the population is bigger than ever, but I believe there is enthusiasm. Is it going to be a blow out of the water record turnout? I think it'll be record turnout. I don't think it'll be, one guy called and said he expects, I think he said 160 million votes. I don't think we're going to get 160 million votes at all. If we do, I will eat my hat. I don't have any hats, so I can make that promise. But I do think we will see record turnout. We have a great bonus show planned for you today. Get instant access, by signing up at joinpakman.com. One of our sponsors today is Vincero Watches, and they're giving you 15% off everything in the store when you go to davidpakman.com/watch. If you're a guy looking for the perfect way to refresh your style, one of the best investments you can make is in a high quality wristwatch. Vincero is an American company that has made it possible for everyday people to afford a premium watch. Almost everything they sell is within the range of about $200, but it'll look like you spent a lot more. All of their watches are made in small batches from top quality materials, and they just look great. I went on their site and picked out a watch from their Icon Automatic collection. The one I got is in mesh matte black, and I love it. It's simple, sleek, elegant, goes great with just about anything I'm wearing, and I've gotten a ton of compliments on it. You'll get 15% off everything in their store when you go to davidpakman.com/watch, and I've put that link right underneath this video.